Piquete.
So we got Ivan over here. That's how old are you, buddy? What generation are you?
Well, I'm 14, so I don't know it. I don't know the generations. I don't care about it.
He's Gen Z.
You're Gen Z.
Yeah, he's
we
Gen
got
Z.
Tata over here. Is this fucking generation? We're fucking Tyrannosaurus.
We're fucking Generation X.
Oh, you're Gen X? Wait, how old are you?
No, dude. He's fucking.
I'm 53. Or actually, no, I'm going to be 55. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, he's
So-
Gen X.
I don't have that Generation X in prehistoric age. Shit.
Like my dad's a baby boomer. He's,
Said-
he's 72, about to be 73 this month. So I was a baby boomer.
Wow.
World War II.
Yeah.
World War II?
Gen X, and then you fucking.
Yo soy pinche del año del caldo, güey. Fucking- Let's just put it this way, dude. Me and Moses, we know what's up.
Did you write shotgun on Noah's Ark?
Basically. Hey, whoa.
That's way back.
Wait, Noah's Ark, was that after or before
They're
Moses?
like, this one doesn't have a pair. It's what do they call that? Where they're kind of like salamanders where they have no sex.
Oh, asexual?
Androgynous?
No, yeah.
Androgynous?
Hermaphrodite?
I don't
Yep.
get that.
Hermaphrodite.
You know one thing I don't get?
What's
The
up?
whole like sexuality stuff.
And you're never going to get it.
I know.
Ah.
Sexuality.
As long as I'm around, God damn it.
No, I'm talking about the whole thing about asexual, aromantic. Like
That's like,
those are the two like worst ones.
no, but you know what? That's a whole generational thing. But
I know.
No, it's not. Being asexual is not.
no, but I'm saying it's like that. That's all new, bro. Back in the day, it was more
No, they,
about.
they just give it a
Yeah.
label, but
Is that what it was?
there are people that they're not interested in sex at all.
Exactly. Why didn't you say that?
How boring.
Wait, what
now it's
generation was
asexual.
the hippie generation? Gen X, right?
Yeah, coming out of
70s.
yeah, it was all 70s stuff.
That's like the whole like the Vietnam War started
Yeah.
happening, and then the whole against the war.
But you
Mm.
believe that? You believe that there's a cover that like all that asexual, pansexual, and all that stuff has been around forever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they've been around. It's just now they're giving everything labels.
So think about this. We gave you the greatest tool that ever existed, right? We gave you the internet. We gave you computers.
Which was a mistake.
Yeah,
fuck you mean we?
absolutely. So, okay, so Big Blue came out, right?
What's
And
Big Blue? For
That,
those of us
that
who-
was a supercomputer that IBM put out.
Oh, okay.
But then there used to be the ARPANET, which is where the first internet communication between two universities happened on the East Coast and the West Coast, and that was the first transmission. We gave you Pong. Pong came out in the 70s, which was the
Good game.
first game. It's a great game.
That was a great game, dude.
And
He still held high score.
Hey, we have it.
We're messing around with Pong, dude.
Pong's bad. And then let's see, ColecoVision came out, Nintendo came out, Activision, which was the let's see, there was ColecoVision, there was Intellivision, there was the Nintendo.
And WandaVision.
No, that's a pretty
ours.
good one. And then what else came out? There was another platform, the Atari, the 5200 or 20. I think it was the 2600. But then, so computers. When I had a computer in the 80s,
Mhm.
I had to build it.
Yeah.
I had to build it. I literally had to build my computer. I went to electronics class with my buddy. We each paid. I think we paid close to maybe $800,000 for a Trash 80 out of Radio Shack. We had to solder components on, and we put that shit together, and we did that in electronics class, and we had a good time with it. We used to have a tape drive. You used to have to use the tape recorder to do your recording, and you were awesome when the Commodore 64 came out. They said 64K, you'll never need it anymore. Nowadays, you need fucking terabytes, right? You can't store shit. I remember I bought my first VHS in 1985, and I paid $1,000 for it.
For a
And-
VHS player.
Yeah, and it was put out by American Express.
No.
Yep, they partnered up with I think JVC, and I bought mine for $1,000.
Fuck. And how much were video cassettes though?
Fucking cassettes were expensive back then. Nowadays, I noticed people sell their old VHS tapes for a lot of money
Oh, yeah.
online.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the vintage is in, you know. So,
Yeah, I got to pull all the shit out of my fucking garage.
And put your ass for sale.
Yeah. Just grab your face. Here, fuck this.
Hey, how much do you think I go for?
Oh, shit, they lose.
That's crazy though. That's pretty cool to do, man. Like clear your garage and see what can you come up with. Cause you come up with some shit though. Cause you like to you hold on to some stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, I just I did a thing where on Instagram some comic book guy was like, "Oh, I have this Adam Hughes Penthouse comic. You don't see these anymore." Blah da 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 da.
Yeah.
And then I pulled out the promo for it because I was at Comic-Con in 1993 when it came out.
Yeah.
And I said, I have the promo for it. And the guy was like, yeah, right, whatever. And then I took a picture of it and I posted it. And he was like, oh, fuck, dude, that's badass. You want to sell that? And I'm like, no, that's my Adam Hughes promo,
Yeah.
you know? And so I have a lot of stuff from way back when for, you know, as far as comics are concerned, a lot of shit that I just found, or I didn't realize that I had the 1993 program guide
Yeah.
for Comic-Con. And that's when Mike Mignola did Hellboy. And the first like 12 pages or something like that of Hellboy comic are in that. That thing goes for like $600. I just sent it to get encapsulated.
No freaking way.
Yeah, so I know a guy who knows Mike Mignola, so I want him to sketch on my cover, draw a Hellboy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to send it back and then get it regraded. And then I want to get an Adam Kubert to do that, to sign it.
You ever collect anything from Toxic Crusaders?
Toxic Crusaders?
Yeah, that was a cartoon back in the day.
Are you talking about the Toxic Avenger?
Toxic Avenger, is that what it is?
Wait a minute. I've never heard of Toxic Crusaders.
I might have it wrong. It might be Toxic Avenger then.
Well, the Toxic Avenger was originally a movie from the 80s.
Okay.
And there's two versions of it. I believe it's Roger Corman did it. And my favorite part, which they went back and edited the movie so they could play it, is there's this little kid. His name is Billy, and his sister is like, "Hey Billy, have a good time riding your bicycle." And the little kid's like, "All right, sis," and he's waving at her, and he's got this like antenna that's with an orange triangle on the top of it, and he's riding the bike with a banana seat, and the kid's riding it, and he gets hit by a car. No, it wasn't a Stingray. I can't even remember what it was, but it's cool. He's thank you. He gets hit by a car, and the car runs his head over, and his head pops like a melon.
No.
Right? Yeah, it's great. And
they were savage back then, bro.
Oh, well, I didn't make the movie. I just watched it.
No, I'm saying they were savage back then.
Yeah.
Because you figure like things are getting more gruesome nowadays, but in reality, that shit's been around for like gruesome shots, gruesome movies have been going on for a while.
People are getting more sensitive when it comes to people like killing off kids in movies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Now,
that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
So they took the movie after like 3 months of it being in the movie theater and people complaining, and they took the kid out where he gets run over. Like you see him get run over, but then the camera angle changes to where you see his head get smushed, and they took that part of it out. So there's two versions of that. And then they came out with a comic book with the Toxic Avenger. So
it's crazy.
But I don't know. There's Toxic Crusaders. Oh, don't look at me all horrified.
I'm not. I'm wondering where I can find this movie. I want to know what it is.
You can find it online.
Well, how, dude? I mean, in comparison, there's a lot of stuff online that you've been coming across. I mean, there's stuff that's pretty sketchy. Like, how is it like for kids in your age? Is it become more of a norm, or what the hell? Like to see gruesome stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's becoming too normal in my opinion.
How so?
A lot of people are like more desensitized to that type of stuff because everywhere online.
But isn't that weird how they're becoming more desensitized to gruesome stuff and stuff like that? But they're getting more sensitive about different things like say sexuality and stuff like that.
That's the parents. That's the parents and the conservative groups.
No. So I mean, it's crazy. Isn't it like a double standard? Doesn't it feel like a freaking double standard?
But something that has changed when it comes to like horror movies.
Yeah.
Is that people think for a horror movie to be scary, that they need to have a lot of jump scares and like stuff like that. When in reality, a movie can be scary from like the atmosphere of the movie, like the original Halloween movie. A lot of people nowadays are reviewing that movie and saying it's not good because like it's not scary. But back when it came out, it was like really scary.
So to your point, Halloween is really not a scary movie. It's a suspenseful movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people are like, they don't like it, even though it's not. They don't like it for the reason.
They compare it to the horror movies they are now.
But see, these are the same people that like Scream. To me, Scream they build it as a good movie, and I saw it and I was just like, there's nothing scary about this. Even the suspense. The suspense used to be done with music and timing.
And
Yeah.
atmosphere.
What was
Yes,
The atmosphere.
absolutely.
that?
And nowadays, like, I try to watch some of these movies and I'm just like, this is like straight shit.
Well, let me ask you, what's scary for you?
The Exorcist, the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that one's
What what aspects of The Exorcist are that trip you
When
up?
she's walking backwards and her head spins.
Holy hell. Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. No, but like, what are certain elements, or for you, Ivan? What are certain elements of a movie that make you feel like, damn, this is a scary ass movie?
well, it depends what type of movie. If it's like a
The Nun.
Dude.
no, I didn't like that one. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get through it.
Which movie?
The
The
Nun.
Nun.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's the last one I
Conjuring.
watched. It was Hereditary, and the part that scared the crap out of me was when the really tripped me out is the ladies, like, pretty much like when they see them like up in the ceiling,
Yeah.
like that tripped me out because the chick, like, she fell, but she came down and she literally just like flying away, dude, like right behind the guy, and that's a creepy element for me.
One of the scary movies I've seen was the movie Us. Because one, the atmosphere was good. The movie and like the trailer, even that movie, the song was like the way they like slowed it down and like added a little bit of piano to it. It sounded creepy, and especially the people, was it tethered? The lack of emotion and the lack of speech that they have makes them scary.
Damn, dude.
But I think that's suspense. I don't think it's scary. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Insidious.
I can't you know what? First off, I really don't like scary movies.
Yeah.
I don't watch them
Pero why though?
because I have nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember my nightmares, but I have nightmares.
So it's more like on the creepier side of the like aesthetic of the film instead of the actual like being like he was saying, you know, or like atmosphere.
I'm going to tell you
Music.
it's my experience in life.
That'll scare you.
Well, no, remember I used to tell you there used to be a guy that used to walk around my house?
Yeah, vaguely, but
And I told you when I bought my first house, our house would smell like it was burning, right? And we would walk around, everybody would run around looking for the smoke and there would be no smoke. But it would smell like something was on fire. Something's literally burning.
te huele a pan.
No, it wouldn't even, no, it smelled like burnt wires and burnt wood. And we would be looking around and nothing. And our house would be, the windows would be closed and stuff. And we'd have the AC on and you could still smell it. The heater would be on. It would come on at random times in the day. So one day, I was on my way to work and I'm walking through my hallway. And as I'm walking past my hallway or past my mother-in-law's room, she's at one end of the, I had like a T intersection and she was down the T and her room was there. As I'm walking past her room and it's like midnight, I'm walking and I see like a man. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over and all I see is like a black shadow. But the shadow turns around and he fucking looks at me. And I'm going to tell you right there, I was like a scared bitch. I fucking ran. I ran back to my room, waking up my wife. There's fucking, I just saw a shadow. And my wife's like, just go to work, whatever. Right?
That'll freaking do it, dude.
No, but here's the kicker. I go to work, I come back home, and I tell my mother-in-law, I'm like, hey, suegra, I saw a guy, and she's like, he stands there every fucking night and looks at me.
What the fuck?
The hell?
Yeah, that'll do it, bro.
That's some weird shit.
And
Oh.
then one night, check this out. I'm going to work, it's fucking snowing.
Hey, let me set the mood for you, brother.
Oh, thank you. So it's snowing, and I'm walking outside, and I'm going to my car, and I hear these two girls laughing, and I'm looking around, but it's fucking midnight. So I'm looking around, nothing, and I can hear, pss, 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 pss. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm trying to get to my car, and I hear it coming from my mother-in-law's window. So I start walking towards the window, and I'm looking, and I hear, and I was like, oh, fuck no, man. I ran to my car.
There we
I
go.
jump into my car. I turn on the car. I didn't even wait for it to warm up. My windows are all fucking frozen. I back down my driveway. I hit the brakes. I go sliding into my cul-de-sac, and I slam into the curb. Boom! I put my fucking car in drive and fucking took off. Boom! Hit the curb. And I fucking left. That shit scared the fuck out of me. And I told my mother-in-law, I'm like, I heard two girls. She said, yeah, I hear them every once in a while. And they whisper. I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't know how you do it. We need to sell this house. So shit like that.
Red rum.
Do I believe in it? Absolutely.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of one time. So my previous home, I was still in high school, maybe like my senior year, I believe, before we moved to the house I live now. 2 rooms, right? And one of the rooms, I come in and I only have the kitchen light on. Now my brother sometimes ends up sleeping in the room. The door was kind of like maybe quarter way open. And I was like, okay, he's sleeping. And I'm like, hey, Chris. So, yeah. He didn't answer. I'm like, oh, he's probably sleeping. 9 p.m. So I go to the kitchen, make myself, cereal, whatever. I thought he got up. He went to the restroom. I could hear the door closed. He goes in, I'm like, hey, wait. Still not answering. So once I'm done with the cereal, I go back to the sink. I wash the plate. I go back, and I didn't even hear anything in the restroom no more. I go in the restroom. What the fuck? I was silent. So then I go, I'm like, damn, what the fuck, dude? So I go in the room, open the door, turn the light. He's not there. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. It's nothing. I'm like, okay, maybe he's. So we also have a little garage. My brother always goes there too. I'm like, all right, maybe he's over there. Turn on the Netflix, and then I hear the door open. I'm like, I'm right here. I'm like, come. He's not coming. I get up, I go towards the kitchen, and fucking no one's there. So then I see my dad's truck pull up, and I see my brother in the truck.
Fuck.
And he just came in. And he came in and brought pizza. He's like, hey, look. I'm like, dude, I thought you were here.
Let me ask you a question. All right. Why is it
Remember that shit.
why is it that Latinos say pizza and not pizza?
Or podcast.
you know what? I realized that too, because I'm like, my dad would always be like, oye, ¿qué es pizza? And I know the way it's spelled. I'm like, isn't it pizza?
Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza? He's like, oh, is it pizza? What the fuck is the X or the C in this shit? But no, yeah, that shit creeped me out.
I don't know, man. That's a weird one. I mean, fucking pizza con flakes.
Yeah.
You know what? No, we can get into that shit like crazy because, for example, I just like a few years back, me cayó el 20 de que it's not parquéate, es estacionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not ave con flakes, it's cereal. You know, there's a lot of shit like that.
Because it's really not a parqueadero. Es un estacionamiento.
Estacionamiento. Like there's a lot of words that fucking no es mapeador, es trapeador.
Yeah, but that's part of being
mapeador.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Because we have our own way of
Slang,
speaking.
dialect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even my mom calls it that. Like my mom says, "Hey, parqueata." Yeah, my mom says, she says mapea. You know, she does. Well, but she doesn't say suipea. She says barre.
Yeah.
You know, no, this is cobea.
Aguas.
Agua. The shit like that. But you know what? I'm sorry, a little sidetracked on that because
Yeah, wait, before we get to the one that makes me laugh, my father-in-law calls an asshole el fufurufo.
Well, shit, they use that in Mexico, like el fufurufo to be like stuck up, like de caché, you know, like fucking, like,
Is it?
like fancy, like that's probably why.
No, because I went with him to get his. He had to get a prostate exam, so I had to take him.
Uy, qué rico.
And well, the nurse does it right there, right? It's a male nurse, and he's like, you can stay. I'm like, I really don't want to stay. My father-in-law's like, yeah, it's okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying not to look. And then when we get home, he tells my daughter or my wife, oh, pues ya me dio el fufurufo. I'm like, no, I did not.
Hey, bro, ¿ya te tocó o qué?
What?
Is
Oh,
that- yeah.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
The prostate, yeah, it went great. They said you don't have to do it for
Get
10
fucked.
years.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
This is
they
like
said, come
every
back when
great.
you-
It's like fuck, I'm gonna go back tomorrow.
I gotta do it this year, as a matter of fact,
Are they
or
still?
next year coming up.
But I heard they're doing like cameras now and shit like that. No.
Well, so the way they check you now is through blood gas. So they're able to just draw your blood and see where your levels are.
Oh fuck yeah, perfect.
But right before they did that, the doctor told me that he wanted to check me just in case.
Yeah.
So he said you should always have it done like in your 40s, just to double check because there might be something that you miss. What I didn't like to take was they give you this. It's like kind of like a gelatinous drink.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Jello, and you drink it, and then you got to go to the bathroom. Like it just cleans you out. It wipes you out. But it's just so much you can't even finish because they tell you got to drink this. It's like a liter and a half
Yeah.
in so many hours, and you can't do it. I don't know anybody. None of my friends that have had it done have been able to finish that thing. But
Yeah, that's the scariest story tonight. So I think we're gonna.
it's brutal.
But you know what? The scary stories. I'm gonna give Ivan a chance over here because this kid's all into scary stories. I want to know which is the scariest stories you've ever heard,
Hurt?
or know or experience. I don't honestly. I think it'll freak me out a little bit if you experience some scary stuff. But
I haven't
you'd
really
be my
experienced.
kid and all.
I don't have like a story, but I've experienced some like creepy stuff, like in the house. Like I don't know why, but my peripheral, I'll see like a tall like shadow figure in like our bathroom or something. And then if I'm like taking a shower, I'm like eating in the table or something, I'll hear someone like laughing behind me.
Yeah.
So that's
You know what? I'm gonna back that one up because one time I was literally in the living room, and out of my peripheral, I clearly freaking saw somebody like look over this way, like literally kind of like dip their head in, like to see if anybody's in the living room, and dip back out. And I was by myself, and that tripped me the fuck out. And I've heard the stories happen. I mean, I'm a big believer that there's stuff around us, not around us. You know, I've had a few experiences here. Um, one being that I'm hanging out doing my thing, and I clearly hear like stuff, like a cup being moved, like maybe just moved from one, like just dragged across the
The table.
table. Um, I had a couple instances, yeah, where you get that feeling like somebody's just and low key, dude, it's just I've had it where I feel like once I had it where I feel like somebody's like brushed on my shoulder, like lightly, like ever so lightly, but you could feel that it was just like somebody in that now. Not to read too much into it because I always believe that as soon as you acknowledge it, like they latch on, like
like
they know they got your attention, so they're gonna want to get more of your attention. So at the moment, I'm just kind of like just play it off, do my thing. But I think about I've had stuff happen to me throughout my whole livelihood, but I've always tried to just not acknowledge it.
I think that. Well, let me just tell you one last thing about when I was telling you about when I got in my car and I hit all that stuff. What I forgot to tell you was when I was trying to get into my car, it was icy on my driveway. I fucking fell on my driveway and I slid down my driveway to the middle of the street and I was trying to get up in the middle of the street while these little girls were laughing. And I was trying to get to my car and I was just sliding and I couldn't even stand up till I got to the bumper of my car. Then I picked myself up and then
Yeah.
I was able to fucking get up and
You know, it's
get
not
the
a failure, right? You
fuck no. I don't drink. I'm sober. I've been
Oh, that's right,
sober
that's right.
for 32 years.
Hey, congratulations, brother!
Ah,
Hell
thank
yeah!
you very much.
Oh, yeah, that ain't easy, dude. That's dope.
It's
It is easy.
Oh, okay, he don't drink. That's why.
Oh, I don't drink either.
He's been
Not
sober
anymore.
for 28 years.
Nice.
27. Hey, no me creas un año, güey. 27.
27.
What I was gonna tell you is, so I don't believe when you die you go to heaven.
Okay.
I believe no, because
Shh, 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 shh.
that's Halloween. That's lame.
Oh, sorry.
So no, I don't
Totem,
believe that you
totem.
die, or I don't believe that when you die you go to heaven because I think people are bound to earth.
Yeah.
Because I think there's very few people that can leave because you have to believe that you can get out there. If everything that you know and everything you experience in life is here, this is where you're going to stay.
Oh,
I like that shit.
I like that.
I like that shit. Yeah. That's
Wow, that's some deep stuff, dude. And you know what? That kind of correlates with a little bit with what Pollo was telling us.
Yeah.
Because Pollo believes, like I say, well, he was reading some mythology, really. It's not that his belief, but he was saying talking about the 13 levels of heaven and how you get
Well,
there,
afterlife.
of the afterlife. But it says on los 13 cielos. You have to transition through every one, and it basically from transition one through to the end, you actually lose your physical body, and
Makes sense.
if you have a strong spirit, you'll make it towards where your spirit is actually tested in the last level of heaven. So it you gotta listen to the last podcast, man. You're gonna
I'm,
trip
I'm
on
gonna go back. I'm gonna listen to your stuff. It's gonna take me a couple weeks, but I will. But that's interesting, and I also believe that hell is what, depending on your severity of how you lived your life, if you were like a bad person and that's all you've ever known, you kind of create your own hell based on what you've done.
Basically, law of attraction.
No, not because of the law of
Hey,
attraction.
Dante's Inferno.
No,
Basically.
is that how it is?
The certain different levels of hell.
No, I don't believe in that. I believe that if you're a good person and you know that you're good, that the things that you did in life won't get you. Your conscience gets you. So your conscience is your hell, and you remember all the things that you've done.
Oh, okay.
So if you've done bad stuff will continue to happen to you because that's your level of hell for remembering all the things that you did.
Personally, I do believe in the fact that if you have some sort of unfinished business in like your life, you won't like pass on to like the afterlife.
Mhm.
But I also believe that when you die, you do have some sort of journey to like peace and to get to an afterlife. I don't know about heaven or hell, but I do believe that there is like an afterlife and that there is like a journey you go through.
Yeah, like kind of again, kind of like what Boy was saying, but like you have to earn. Like, what do you mean? Like you feel like you have to work your way towards it.
I feel like I don't know about working towards it, but I do feel like there is some sort of like path you take to get to the afterlife. Like
All right.
Kind of like the river Styx, where you pay the boatsman and he takes you across.
kind of. Um there's the game I played, Boneworks or Bone Lab.
Yeah.
There's like a story there, but it doesn't necessarily tell you. From what I picked up from it,
Okay.
the beginning of also a little bit of spoilers, but the beginning of the game starts with you like about to be executed in like a village.
Yeah.
And the entire game is like you're pretty much in a like a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that game as kind of like a journey through the afterlife
Yeah.
because you start with like about to be executed. Then the first level is like a kind of like death.
Yeah.
But by the end of the game, you get like you grab someone's hand and they take you up, and the level is literally called like ascension. Or
Okay.
so I feel like that game is actually like kind of a journey.
Wait, what game was it?
It's called Bone Lab. It's a VR game.
Bro, do some research, bro. What a trip, man.
What do you think?
I think you play so many video games.
But that game is interesting.
No, but you know what? It begs the question. Look, how many stories are actually? Well, you always hear like based on real events or based on the true story or whatever. But how many games are actually based on certain things like the Bibles, cultures, and everything? Like there's got to be everything's got a little bit of truth to it.
Sure.
In that aspect. I mean, that's the way he thinks about it based on his experiences with obviously between real life and video games, which is a thing. But I think what I would do is just take a step further and wonder where did that come from? Where did that idea come from? And really just dig into that game. Like,
You create your own heaven or you create your own hell.
well, I think you create your own hell. Like when you say I do,
Mm.
but that's just my thing.
It's kind of going based, but no, because
I'm just kidding.
I
I'm, just
like-
kidding. I'm messing. I'm messing.
it's because I like Tata's style, like your perception of it. It actually, like, it just brought a lot of shit, like a lot of connections in my head right now.
Same
Okay.
here with that. Same here.
You know, so like it opened. I'm like, oh shit, everything started just clicking. You know, like, oh shit, that's what I've been missing or something. I don't know, but
I'm telling you, bro, hang out with this
because
guy.
my perception of that is just evolved.
Okay.
what does the universe have to do with us?
Yeah.
Spiritually, or where does the soul go, or does it even exist? The Matrix type of stuff, like how we are connected and how we are connected to an ascension, like a higher self, where a lot of things correlate to one another
Sure.
and it connects.
So
But based on what you just said right now earlier, how deep your connections are with that, with what is it, the fact that you have that mentality already set.
yeah,
I
so your
guess
experience in death will differ on your thought
exactly.
and how you interpret how your life is.
I'm just curious, dude. Like, when the day, I guess when the day of reckoning comes up, and we all, our spirits leave our bodies and go to that next level. I wonder how many people are gonna be like, "Huh, I fucked up. I had it wrong."
Probably a lot of them.
So, or how many people be like, "Ah, yeah, I got this,"
Like, who the
But
fuck are you? I was like, Anubis.
no, it's like, yo soy mi cantecutli. It's like, en la
Oh, because
madre, güey.
no shit.
I think I fucked up.
I have thought about the fact that what if when we die, whatever like let's say everybody believes in their own thing and believes what the afterlife is, like we kind of like our spirit or something is kind of like creates some sort of environment or like some sort of afterlife for themselves. So everybody's is actually different depending on what they actually believed in.
Like, the way I see it is this way. Maybe it's something we haven't really talked about, but the way I see it is this way: be the best person, the good person to let your conscience guide you. Be the best person you can be. Don't ever leave anything to regret. The worst thing you can ever do is regret, whether it's alive or when you're gone. The worst thing you can ever do is regret. So be at peace with yourself. Be at peace with everyone around you, and know that when it's time to take that next step, you're not gonna take any kind of ill feelings in your heart. And honestly, everything else, as far as like spirits and all that, to me, it's good talk. It's good. It's a good topic to touch to go over. But at the end of the day, all that matters to me is the relationships I have with the people around me and with myself, and know that I'm okay, that I'm happy with who I am, that the people around me that I care about are taken care of. And I believe I'm feeding my spirit that way. I'm taking care of my soul that way. Whatever happens after I'm gone, we'll answer that question when we get there.
Well, I mean, like, I bring it to a point where, like, when you have some purpose, or you think in your mind, right? You're like, okay, I must accomplish this. I must be a millionaire. I must do this. You die before that. Kind of goes down to you're bound to the earth because you're not, because your intention was so strong that you didn't get to finish it.
Yeah.
You gotta go. Now, have you guys ever heard of the bridge of Pasadena?
Yeah.
Where the suicidal bridge?
Yeah.
Right? So it's been said, long story short, where the people will commit suicide, right? They'll jump off the bridge. Now, this all due respect to the people that, because I know people have committed suicide on there.
Just quickly, just a spoiler. It's never a short story. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah, so long story short, people would commit suicide on that bridge, and it became famous to points that a certain time at night when you go, people have said that they experience, or that, like, they'll see a woman in the middle of the street in the bridge, and they'll, how do you say, they'll maneuver around her. By the time they do that, the body disappears.
Yeah.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Or when there's a guy that was about to commit suicide and somebody comes, hey, what are you doing? Don't jump. And by the time they get close, the man disappears. It's not there no more. Oh, there was also one time when they're under the bridge. People would walk under the bridge, and they see these little candle like lights. There were like 7 or 8 of them, and as they're walking towards the lights, those candles, each candle disappears as they're walking
Yeah.
closer and closer to to the other end. So I'm like, shit, we should go over there, dude. Check it out.
I'm down. Hell, shit, I got nothing else to lose.
Well, they put
but-
fencing around it, and
Yeah, they did. So what brings me to this though is the fact that you see that people that feel that they have nothing going on in this world, right? Or they have those suicidal thoughts. And the fact that they're still there is because they know that there's something deep down that they wanted to do, or
Yeah.
you know, it's just that the mental state was so strong that they still can't progress to whatever is, like I said,
But I think-
another life or whatever it is.
I think depending the level, I've actually kind of put a little validation on that. I think depending on the level of the way that you depart, depending on the severity, circumstances, and all. I mean, we're all energy, dude.
Yeah.
I think you put that energy comes out and just stays, stays and stays to that capacity, stays like volatile energy. And that's why maybe some spirits. That's why it feels like spirits are manifest themselves in a hard sense. But maybe either that or I just watched Ghosts too many times.
Or so what happens if it's like religion, right? And then everybody's waiting for the day of resurrection where everybody gets judged, and you can't go anywhere until that happens.
It's gonna be a busy day.
Play the DMV.
Take a number.
Muchas gracias, banda, por acompañarnos en este Tu Podcast. Se les agradece de todo corazón. Hasta la próxima. Mientras tanto, becho, bacho y apapacho.
Café con leche y piquete.
De antemano, si eres alguien fácilmente ofendido, cámbiale ya. ¿Ya? Órale. Por favor, banda, no se les olvide seguirnos en Instagram, Facebook, TikTok y también en sus plataformas de podcast preferidas, donde seguiremos subiendo nuevo contenido para alegrarles el día o quizás causarles alguna crisis existencial. Y nuevamente, recuerden que no somos ni fuimos patrocinados en ningún momento por ninguna marca registrada previamente mencionada durante el show. También, cabe mencionar que no somos, semos ni fuimos profesionales o expertos en lo absoluto. Todo lo que se comenta, canta, cuenta y chismea en este show es con el único propósito de entretenerte y hacerte reír solamente. Aparte de un pollo, ningún otro animal fue lastimado física, emocional o mentalmente durante esta grabación. Finalmente, para ti, el del saco, el que no se fue. Si en algún momento te llegamos a ofender, sinceramente discúlpanos, no fue nuestra intención. Ahora sí, acústanos con tu mamita. Che puñetas.